super excited. I'm gonna go see my old friend, my old car, the car that I wished I never would have sold. I'm on my way. A few more minutes and I'll be there. Oh, there it is. Oh, oh, my baby, my baby. All right, YouTube. Fat Mike from Mid-Missouri here. Going to do a review of this 2003 Toyota Avalon. And I had this car for many years and I love it. And oh my God, baby, I don't know if I can ever get rid of you again. I'm so sad I got rid of you. I'm gonna cry. All right, never mind. Okay, let's get into it. Trying to, I was looking on YouTube for videos of people, fat people,
Yeah.
like reviews of cars and how it is to get in and out. I didn't see anything, so that's the reason I decided to start making my own. Well, hey, YouTube, this is Mike. I got Rob here. He bought this car from me. This is a 2003 Avalon XLS, and I regret every single day selling it to him. How many miles did it have on it when I sold it to you? 120-ish?
Yeah.
Something like that. And what do you got on it now?
150.
150. He bought it just to drive back and forth to the airport. But, well, how tall are you?
6'3".
6'3"? How do you like it, getting in and out of it?
I like it.
Yeah. You have any?
I don't hit my knees.
Don't hit your knees. No. Leg room, head room.
Leg room, head room.
Getting in and out. Okay. Seat position.
Yeah.
So, if you were to take a road trip, how long could you drive that car on a road trip? Is it an all-day ride, or you get tired after 6 hours, or what?
I can do all day.
All day. I see. How many miles a gallon are you getting?
20-ish.
20? I see. Well, hey, I'm gonna go take this car from Rob. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna bring it back because I love it so much. And I'm gonna do a review of it. Yeah. So anyway, it's a great car. So well, that's it. I'm gonna get in this bad boy and go do a review. We're in the car. We're gonna drive along here and talk about this 2003 Avalon XLS. It's a Toyota, so as you know, I love Toyotas. Very reliable, very smooth. Dealership support's great. We have a dealer probably within 30 miles of where I live. Retains its value very well. So currently, this is December 2018, and the current Blue Book value on this car, for retail purposes, it's around $5,000 to $5,500, and if we're going to buy it off an individual, like private party, it's around $4,500. Well, let's talk about the overall design of the car. Let's face it, it's fucking ugly, fugly, right? So, and this car is beige, so it's like a typical straight up grandma mobile. I mean, you can't be cool in this car. That's the reason when I had this car, I tinted the windows so no one could see me in this car. But anyway, that's not the reason I bought it. The reason I bought it, as I'll show you in a minute, it's got a bench seat. That's the trick for a fat person. Okay. So the engine in this car is a 3-liter V6, and they shared this same engine with a lot of other vehicles. Camry, for instance, it's the platform. I think they had them in the Highlander and a bunch of other cars. It makes about 210 horsepower, so it's plenty. We'll go up in here. No, that's a walking path. So this car gets probably 22 to 24 miles to the gallon, depending on what you're doing with it. Transmission is silky smooth. It's a 4-speed automatic with overdrive. You can switch the overdrive on and off. I don't know why you would ever do it, because you're not going to be towing anything in this car. But the brakes are really good in this car. There's absolutely no issues with them at all. They're very strong. It's got four-wheel discs on it. Wind noise and road noise. This car, one of the reasons I hate selling it is it's quieter than my $70,000 Lexus, and I'm not shitting you. If I'm going to take a road trip, I would rather take it in this car than my LS460, and that's the truth. That's one of the reasons I regret selling it. So I might not take it back to Rob later. But anyway, so vision and blind spots. You know, it has the typical about 4-inch A-pillars on it. It has a really big back glass. It's got big side glass. You know, it's an old person car, so it's got great visibility. So you're not going to have issues there. The headlights are plenty bright. It does have driving lights also, but they're kind of dim. They're old school incandescents, and the lenses on them are plastic, so after a while they get a little faded. The road feel, you know, it feels a little disconnected because it's Toyota's luxury car, right? It's their biggest flagship sedan. It's a 4-door, and so it's a little disconnected from the road, which is good. I mean, that's the purpose of this car. So it's kind of like a big slush puppy. I don't know what the acronym is for it, but anyway, that's what people use. The sitting position, it's got 6-way power seats in the front, and it's got plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. You know, I'm rocking a good 4 inches above my hat here, so no issues there. Getting in and out is fine. We'll get out a little later and take some measurements of the door opening and all those type of things. The gas pedal position, you know, I'm at full spread here, but at my legs, and the gas pedal is extremely comfortable, and it's a bench, so you can slide back and forth and make your gas pedal anywhere you want it. So you can drive this car all day long and not have any kind of foot issues. You know, you'd be using cruise control on the highway, but anyway. The steering wheel, I'm in a comfortable position. The seat's not even all the way back. You know, I do the ghetto lean, of course, but you know, I got 4 inches between my belly and the steering wheel, so it's a non-issue in this car. And the maximum hours on a road trip that I would take is whatever your bladder and your stomach will hold, man. I mean, it's an all-day road tripper. Like I said, I would rather take this car on a road trip than any other car I've ever owned. So anyway, well, that's it. We're gonna stop and find a parking lot and get out and measure this bad boy, maybe fly the drone around a little bit. So I'll be right back. The dash layout goes, it's kind of weird. It's kind of got this space shuttle looking thing across here, and there's a display right here which has some information on it. Let's start the car up and I'll show you that. So if you can see that, it gives you the date, the miles per gallon, the time. Okay, he has an aftermarket stereo in here, but it's got dual climate controls, and there's a little ashtray here. All right, the cruise control is right here on the steering. It does have power mirrors. It does have a trunk release here, and then if you can see it down in here, that's where you access your fuses. It's kind of a strange panel, but it makes you think it's something that it's not. The side door, like I said, it's smooth right here, so when your leg hits it, it's not a big thing. And there is a little pocket here where you can keep some stuff in there. As far as your arm goes, you can lay it nice and flat on this. It's not an issue here. Okay, it just has a single glove box here. Don't be surprised if he doesn't have a gun in here, but he doesn't. Okay, and then this center console pulls a little string and it folds down. Okay, all right, So this center rest, like I said, folds down, and there's a little lever right here that opens this up, and that's your drink holders. That's one thing. Like, you can see my leg right there. If you have really tall cups in this area, you know, you might hit it. I wish this extended out a few inches. And then this here, there's a little tab here that opens up, and there's you know, storage right there. And it's got a moonroof in the XLS version, which is standard. And up in this area, it's got a place for your sunglasses. And look how smooth that is. See, other car companies, they just pop. Look at that, smooth. Another thing that's nice is when you fold down this, there's these extra things that slide out, which, so when you're on the side here and you got sun, you can pull that out and get a little more blockage, which is a real great feature on this car. So like I said, the reason I bought this car is no console. And keep in mind that from, I think, 2001 to 2004 is the only years of Avalon that you can get with no console. Most of them have it, so you really have to look closely, you know, to get one. Let's measure this thing out and see what it does here. Opens nice and wide. So my first measurement is always this width, so I always go from the narrowest part here to the narrowest part there is 38. All right, and the door opening height seal to the opening here to where you'd have to duck under, I always go in the middle, it's also 38. Alright, here's the key one. The ground to the seat bottom. I gotta get way down here for this. I'll go right in the middle. It's 21. So it's a little bit low. It's a little bit low for a person with seat bottom width. It's pretty infinite because it's a bench seat, so it's 22. But you can slide over as far as you want. And the bolsters, I can't even really, there's hardly any bolsters at all on this car. So the seat back width is 20 and a half. And the seat bottom to the headliner, center of the seat to the headliner, is 36 inches. Right. Well, I'll show you how I get in and out of this car. I sit down first and then pull my legs in. So you can see I got plenty of space here between my steering wheel and my belly, probably a good 4 inches. And you know, a car has a tilt wheel in it, you know, kind of thing. It's dance time. YouTube, we are going to do a Fat Boy scoring system review of a 2003 Toyota Avalon XLS. And I'm a little, you know, I'm telling you, I'm a little biased against this car because I love it. Spread. This car has a bench seat. Toyota, please consider bringing that back. Spread. I'm giving this puppy a 9. Spread for days. Alright, headroom. Great headroom in this vehicle. There's no issues at all. I'm giving it an 8.5. Legroom. It is a car, but it has plenty of legroom in the front and in the rear. I'm going to give it an 8.5. If it was a limousine or something, I could maybe give it a 10, but seat comfort. Oh my. Most comfortable seats in any vehicle that I've ever been in. That's including some real high dollar vehicles. So the seat comfort, it's a 6-way adjustable seat. It's leather, and it is almost perfect for a fat person. So as far as the seat comfort, I'm going to give it a 9. It is heated. The only way it's going to be a 10 is if you get a couch chair, in there, an Easy Boy. Ease of entry. Well, it's a little low, for a tall person. And if you got bad knees, you might have a little issue with it because of the seat height being low to the ground. So I can't give it a extremely high score. I'm going to give it a 7. Arm position and comfort. I have no issues at all with this. It's perfect for me. I can ride in this puppy all day long with my left arm on the door and the right arm on the center console, and it's great. It's a great position. So I'm going to give it a 9. Rear seat comfort and space. The best seat in this car is the back seat. I mean, it is very comfortable. If you're sitting in the back seat, you'll just love it. You'll feel like you're just being driven around in a limousine. I'm going to be a 9. Seat belt length and pull. The seat belt pulls a little tighter than I would like it to. And it is adjustable. I can't give it an extremely high score. I'm going to give it a 7.5. The Toyota RAV4 is a little better, and my wife's CRV is really good as far as the tension goes. Gas pedal location is really good, and you can, like you said, you can slide on the bench seat over if you want a little bit to move your foot where you want it. Really good. Road noises. This car is super quiet. It has Michelin XKV tires on it, and it's got triple seals in the doors. It's got tons of sound deadening in it. One of the quietest cars you're ever going to ride in. It is quieter than my Lexus LS 460, and I'm not joking. So I'm going to give it a 9. Vehicle reliability. This car has 160,000 miles on it. I drove it up until 120 myself, and absolutely no problems with that car at all. Parts are cheap. It's got 16-inch wheels on it, so the tires are cheap. Wow, what can I say? I think that this car, if you keep the oil change and the transmission fluid change, and the belts, hoses, bearings, things like that, you're going to be able to get as many miles as you ever would want. I'm going to give it a 9, and that's a high score for a 2003 model. Miles per gallon, you're going to get 24 usually on the highway. A full-size 4-door car, it's not as good as it is today, so all I can give that is about a 7.5. It does have a 210 horsepower V6 in it. Grandma and mom approval. My mom loves this car. She wished I never would have got rid of it. For grandma, it's a little bit low to get into it, so mom approval is a positive, grandma approval is a negative, so that's kind of a wash there. Road trip max, yeah, seriously, you can road trip in this car 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not get uncomfortable in this car. I'm going to say all day, every day. That's my abbreviation. That's a new one I made up. Aided. All day, every day. Okay. Peace out, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed my Fat Boy scoring of my previously owned 2003 Toyota Avalon XLS. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the review of the Toyota Avalon. If you need other cars reviewed, just let me know, and I'll drive around to a used car lot and see if I can't take it for a spin and tell you what I think about it. All right. Well, peace out, YouTube. Catch you later.